Okay, YouTube viewers, I thought today might share some of records that I've recently bought. There are a total of 28 records here that I bought from a lady in my hometown that had some records that she wanted to sell to me because she had heard that I was interested in gramophone records. So last week I bought these records from her, and they are quite different varieties. There are some older, some newer, mostly consist of Swedish popular music records. Oh well, here we go. The first record is a concert record gramophone, and the reason why I bought this is mainly because of the label here. I have never before came across a record that has the angel sitting on a gramophone record in color. I have never seen that. I have some older records from the gramophone typewriter company that has a much simpler angel sitting on a record, but this is in color, so this was new to me. And I can't really say what's on these records. I think it says something Fartini Chrysler English violin. It's quite a good violin record in quite good condition, and it's single-sided also, so it's quite old. Yes, that was the first record. Then we have another nice record here. It's by Swedish singer Gustaf von Anden. He's singing Au Au Augusta and Soldatens flammor. And this is a quite rare record because it's early Swedish popular music. Most of these older records are classical music or something like that, but this is a popular tune from 1911, this record, in quite decent condition also. And next one here is just an old, I just bought this because this is an old concert record gramophone too. It's by opera singer Torsten Lennartsson, Lyckodrömmar, en serenad ur trubaduren av Verdi. And it's in quite bad shape, and I don't really care for it so much, but I just bought it because it's an old record. And the next one here is also a concert record gramophone, Danish violin. It says Sarabande and Muggedans, spelat av Fini Henriks, Köpenhamn, and Vigerlig Vagsång, quite nice. And also here is Barcarolle ur Hoffmans äventyr, spelat av Adolf Sens och Gustav Meine, Berlin. Also Danish violin duet, very nice. Grossmütterich Länder av G. Langer, quite nice record. And here is also a Caruso record, E lucevan le estelle, and Recondita Harmonia. This is my first Caruso record. I haven't had any Caruso records from before, so I'm glad that I finally have one now in quite playable condition also. Right, that was the older types records, and let's go on to this other record pile here. Here little newer Swedish records, and also here is Harry Brandelius singing Han hade seglat från masten, and Oh Senorita Mexican Serenade. A very common song. This can still be heard on radio today, and this record is in quite fairly good condition, playable. And here is also, next one is also his master's voice, Kari Juel singing Lyckan and Ett kärleksbrev, also in quite good condition. And here is also another Kari Juel sången om tro, hopp och kärlek and varma tankar och ömma ord. And what's interesting about these 3 records here is that they are all made, although they are Swedish recordings of Swedish songs and Swedish singers, they are all made for the Finnish market, as they have the radiolähetys ilman lupa kielletty or radio broadcasting forbidden. And as you can see, it has a much simpler etiquette than, for instance, Discarding UL-skiva, the record with den gamla spinnrocken. You can see that this has the color Nipperdog label, and this has much simpler and from the same time, so that's quite interesting too. And here we have another His Master's Voice, a late 20s recording, I think, Österns pärla, Wartheimer och hans orkester, Min hjärter dag, Carl Gustaf Hulte. I have never heard of these singers before, or orchestra. They are new to me, but it's quite good late 20s Swedish foxtrots. And here is an English band, Savoy Orphans, at the Savoy Hotel London, playing medley foxtrot of Rosemary on this side and of No No Nanette medley foxtrot, in quite good condition also. And here is a record that I just bought. It's in very good condition actually, and I had no idea what this was really, and I bought it La Gondorina, the Swallow, and Destiny. But but the melody, when I played it, I recognize it. It's what's sung in Swedish in an earlier recording is Midsommarland, and in a later recording also as Midsommarlov. So this is the same melody to those songs. Yes, that was that. And next pile here is some different records. Here is some Sven-Olof Sandberg records on Odeon, Sista man på Skansen and I. And here is also a record, Sven-Olof Sandberg, När bröllopsklockor ringa and När månen ler. And another Sven-Olof Sandberg, Ge mig en blick ur dina vackra ögon, Foxtrot by Carl Wele and Sven-Olof Sandberg, and När lindarna blomma. And here is a record by singing with John V. Hagberg, Hälsade till mor, and När julljusen tindra. And the main reason why I bought this record actually is because they got a sticker on here which says Felix Wester, Vasa. And so this record I was actually originally bought or sold here in my hometown. So I haven't seen this on any records before, so that was the main reason why I bought it. Another parlophone, played by parlophone trio, Om jag vore kär i henne och hon vore kär i mig, Foxtrot by Ernst Rolf, and also I think that the same song as on the previous record by Sven-Olof Sandberg. Then we have some Kupol records. Here is Carl Jularbos orchestra, very famous Swedish accordion player, Hammarforsens Brus and Avestaforsens Brus. This is one of his real big hits or real famous recordings, so I'm very glad to have that. And another Kupol, also Carl Jularbo, Torsholmsvalsen and Fröjd på vischan, also in quite good condition. And here is Raja Avelan and Yngve Stor singing Klockorna i dalen, Crying in the Chapel, and Via con Dios on a Finnish Kupol record, Finnish pressing this too. And this is also Harmony Sisters with the Kupol Orchestra, I sommarnatt and I Blomsterpodd Blomdal in a very nice condition from the 50s, this record. Okay, let's continue here with the next pile. This is Finnish singer Henry Thiel singing Need 11 and Efter balen, after the ball. And Henry Thiel, this is a Finnish singer, or he did most of his recordings in Finnish, but he also did many Swedish recordings here in Finland, and this is all the popular Need 11 walls. I think I have 2 records from before with this same walls, but it's nice to have one also with Henry Thiel. It's in quite bad shape, this record, but I can play it on a wind-up gramophone anyway. This is a quite unusual record. I just bought it because of that reason. It says Gypsy folk song, Svesda, My Star, Isa Kremer, accompanied by piano, violin and guitar. And this is also Memories, Isa Kremer. It's in really good shape. This record is look like it had barely been played. So that was unusual recording. And here is also Titiania, Lajos Kiss mit Orkester, en Zigeunerlied, Valser, Lajos Kiss mit seinem Zigeunerorkester. And for this record, actually this record sleeve is more interesting than the record itself. It's a record sleeve for Columbia New Process record from 1940, and picture here is the Olympic Stadium in Helsinki. So this record sleeve was made for the Olympic Games in Helsinki in 1940. It's just that there weren't any Olympic Games in Helsinki until 1952. Helsinki was supposed to have the 1940 Olympic Games, but because of the war, it didn't. There weren't any Olympic Games. So this is quite interesting that this is made for these Olympic Games, this record sleeve. But anyways, the Olympic Games never was in Helsinki until 1952, and sadly it doesn't have the original record in it. It has a Scala record with John Wilhelm Hagberg, but it's also supposed to have a special Columbia record that also has the name 1940 and the Olympic ring, so that's quite an interesting record sleeve. And here is a Decca record, Aftonklockor, Evening Bells by F.A. Marizian, very famous piano piece played by Sune Valdemis Orchestra. It's a very nice piano piece, I played it myself even, and in the shadow is Skuggan. And the last record here is Janine, I Dream of Lilac Time, of Victor Records, from the motion picture production Lilac Time, Gene Austin tenor with orchestra and pipe organ. And then came the dawn. And this is actually a song that I first heard on YouTube, so I mainly bought it because of that I recognized this title, like Janine, I Dream of Lilac Time, and that's the reason why I bought these records. This record just it has happened before that I started buying records that I before have heard on YouTube, and then when I find a record of it I recognize it and buy it then. And yeah, well, I think that was all the records. I hope you find it interesting, and some of these records will come on my YouTube channel so that you can hear them. Well, goodbye to that.